Introduction. I receive between 100 and 200 letters and notes a month from the survivors of verbally abusive relationships. I read every single one. Some survivors have been so devalued and undermined that they have even requested permission to send their thoughts and feelings on this subject. Some letters are more than 20 pages long. As I read these letters, I am often overwhelmed by the suffering they express. Never would I have dreamt that there were so many in so much pain, so silently enduring. I am moved by the spirit of their quest for understanding and freedom from abuse, and I am grateful and touched that they have taken their time to tell me their stories. Often they do so, as they say, in case it may help someone else. It is my hope that the changes that they are making in their lives and the increased awareness that they are bringing to the problem of verbal abuse will create a healthier, more balanced society. In the verbally abusive relationship, how to recognize it and how to respond, I discuss the categories of verbal abuse, the patterns of behavior that show up in a verbally abusive relationship, and the experience of the victims of verbal abuse. That book was based upon the experience of 40 verbally abused women, and it brought forth a resounding cry from people all over this continent. At last, there is a name for the relationship I had never understood. Since 99% of the people writing to tell me of their experiences of being verbally abused have been heterosexual women, this book is about their experience. But even if you are in the minority of respondents, if you are a male, a homosexual, an elder, or a child living in the pain, anguish, and fear of a verbally abusive relationship, you may well recognize yourself in some of these stories. If you are on an emotional roller coaster, being put down, feeling confused, hurt, thrown off balance, experiencing frequent small shocks, feeling stunned, wondering how you could be hearing what you are hearing, wondering what you could have said or done, feeling isolated, being called names, disparaged or subtly cut to the quick, and you have sought to nurture and understand the relationship. If your experience was negated, the experiences of the women in this book will resonate with you. You have encountered a verbal abuser. If you are or have been in any abusive relationship, you will understand the women who have written to speak out against the abuse they have suffered. Their experiences may validate you, and their courage may hearten you. You may hear your own cry in the cries of those who tell their stories and shed their tears, sometimes in secret, and sometimes in hiding. Women have taken the time to write at length about how verbal abuse had circumscribed their lives within the narrow boundaries of self-doubt and paralyzing pain. The impact of hundreds of letters arriving every month is truly tremendous. Women write on flowered notepaper, sheets of binder paper, yellow tablets. They type on little notepads and print out pages from computers, send pages of journals and pictures of family and even maps of where they live in hope of finding help nearby. Almost all say, "Never knew anyone anywhere had a relationship like mine." They offer their feelings, their lost hopes and their hopes renewed, their despair and their dreams, their pain and their joy, their questions and their answers.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.